I'm Toya from Galveston Psychic Paranormal Researcher. I wanted to come on today and tell you that this is directed to the men on my page. On my personal Facebook page under Toya Brasky, I have 4.6 Facebook friends. 4.5K of those are men. I'm very flattered that so many men were interested enough to friend me. I also have about 1,930 followers. About 1,800 of those are men. I probably have over 5,000 DM messages right now in my box. Now, I've said this before on my page, and I'm going to say it again. I don't know why men automatically think as soon as they friend a woman that they should jump directly into the DM and directly message them. Most women do not want to communicate with strangers. It's dangerous. We don't know who you are. There's so many fake profiles. For my safety, if you jump directly into my inbox, the chances of me communicating with you are nearly zero. I probably will not answer your message. Number one, because my page was really created with a forum. I truly want friends on my page who are interested in psychic paranormal phenomenon. I want people who message me about that subject. If you're not messaging me to learn about psychic or paranormal interests, then we really have nothing in common. I've had many very attractive men message me who want a relationship with me. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just trying to have real friends who have a common interest in psychic paranormal phenomenon. So, I wish that men would stop doing that. It's very concerning that men think that women would just jump straight into a DM and begin to intimately communicate with you. And I certainly do not want to go to those encrypted apps. Almost always, anyone who doesn't want to communicate with you in the regular Facebook chat or on your feed that ask you to go to an encrypted app is wanting a conversation that I don't even want to get into. I don't want to be anybody's secret. And you're really foolish to think that those encrypted apps are going to protect you. Look, I am an ex-correctional officer. I am very keen to almost everything out there. I know that there is fake AI audio. There is fake AI videos where people pretend to be somebody. People use other people's pictures. Even when you go to an encrypted app, I have before, you're not protected. You may think, oh, it's encrypted. Nobody's going to be able to know what I've written. But anybody on those apps, as soon as you message them, can snap a picture of what you just sent them and share everything that you just communicated. In fact, when you send those videos, I can take another telephone. I have two telephones. I have a desktop computer with a huge 35-inch monitor. I can hit record on my phone, record everything, every message you send me, every video you send me. Luckily, out of the 5,000 DM messages that I've gotten, most are very sweet. Thank you very much for the compliments. At 61 years old, I'm very flattered that men of all ages, even younger men, have said very nice things to me and called me beautiful and stunning and gorgeous and things like that. That really does flatter me. Thank you. But I'm also a very deep, soulful person. I am not sexually active. I wouldn't be sexually active unless I found a true soul mate, someone who I felt very soulfully drawn to. If I don't feel that, then I would never find interest in you. And for most people, if you don't have a paranormal interest, you could never hold my interest, because this paranormal research that I do is so important to me that I plan to do this research for the rest of my life. So many of you will message me, but you never say anything about the paranormal. You don't ask about anything on my page. And imagine trying to be in a relationship with me, and my main interest, my main hobby is this paranormal psychic research. This is very real to me. Imagine that I'm in your house and I'm conjuring spirits. Could you live with that? Could you live with the fact that I need several hours of the day to complete my work? And that I will always want to do this until the day that I die. I am normally a night person. I've been a night person for 30 years of my life. I prefer to be up all night and sleep during the day. Now, recently, I had to change to day shift because that was the only shift where I could get close to home on a job. I hate day shift. I absolutely hate it, but I'm doing it. But preferably, if I retired or if I was in a new career, I would choose night shift again. And typically I would want to stay up all night. So if you tried to pair me with a day person, that's just not going to work out. I mean, I could do it, but I would never be happy. So I miss all of my night people. I really miss them. This is just something else. My night people were my life, like communicating, staying up all night. When I was a correctional officer, I had the perfect schedule. I was on 4 shifts, off 4 shifts. So I always got 4 days off all year long. We had a set in stone schedule, 4 on, 4 off, 4 on, 4 off, which was wonderful for a work-life balance. I don't have that anymore. I'm stuck in this 5-day-a-week job. I hate that. I never feel like 2 days off is enough. You have to do chores one day, you have to catch up on sleep one day, and then it's over and you never feel rested. I hope that men get the message that no woman out there, they really do not want you to jump into their DM. That's just so unetiquette. It's not acceptable to women. Women want you to participate in their feed. And by the way, thank you to the men that do participate in my feed. Thank you. I love that you communicate, that what you communicate is not hidden in secret, that your comment to me could be seen by thousands and it's not anything done in the dark. I'm nobody's secret. And I never will be. So please take this to heart and understand that if I did not message you or return your message, is because I don't know you. And I am not going to risk my safety by communicating with strangers. I also, every time someone friends me, I will thoroughly investigate your page. I want to know when it started. How many friends do you have? I will go through your entire page. I will look at your interest. And there's many people, there were probably 10,000 men that friended me, but I looked through their page and I was like, nope, nope, no. There are things that I do not like about that person's personality. They're not a great mix for me. I wouldn't even want to talk to them even once. So I denied most of their requests. I tend to deny anyone without a profile picture. I tend to deny anyone who is overly religious because I don't want you preaching to me about psychic phenomenon being demonic and things like that. So I typically will turn down those people. It's not that I don't believe in God. I just don't like anyone who tries to force their beliefs to change someone else's. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. I have had mostly, I would say 97% great responses, very sweet messages, very kind, flirtatious, nice, in no way derogatory. But I have had at least 3 men send me dick pictures. Now, nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry, but no one does. When I worked as a correctional officer, I saw it almost every day. I don't know what men think that women want to see that. We really don't. Unless we're going to be very intimate with you in some way in private, we really don't want to see that. And you know what I should have done? I should have videoed the video that they sent me or the pictures, and then I should have reposted it with that person's name so that their job, their family, all of their friends would know that they are a person that sends dick pics to innocent women. That's what I should have done, and I think the next time someone does that, I'm definitely going to do that. So, luckily, that was only 3 out of nearly 6,000 men that have contacted me. So there's always the oddballs out there. When I worked at the prison, of course, all of the inmates used to always try to take out their penis and wave it at you. In fact, I'll tell you a funny story. I always like to end my messages with something funny. So when I was a new correctional officer, I was on a unit where they have steel metal doors. It's a holding area. And the doors have this very small window that is probably about, I would say, 4 inches wide and maybe about 2 foot high. So it's a little slit in the middle door where you can just peek in, and it's got a thick glass. So I'm on duty on the floor, and I'm new, and I've never been on that unit before. And I'm looking across the room, and you have to understand, I wear glasses, but I still feel like I'm blind. So I look across the room, and I think that an inmate is waving at me through the glass, so I look, and I'm like, well, what does he want? What could he possibly want? So I get up and I go to check on him, and the closer and closer I get to the door, I see something waving at me, and all of a sudden I look, and I'm like, oh my God, that is not a hand. That is not a hand. So from then on, I would joke that, I would joke and call it the inmate wave. So I didn't give him any type of response to it because it happened nearly almost every day working in the prison. I would just say, you know what, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. And also, I've worked in the hospital for years, and I've seen people. I was an EKG technician and a telemetry monitor tech. And so I used to work in ICU and hook up, like pacemakers and telemetry machines and EKGs, and see people naked. And, when you've seen people like that in their worst and in their most vulnerable conditions, it's really nothing now. And I think very few women are very pornographic minded. Men love to see nudity. Women are kind of like, we might want to leave some things to our imagination, or until we really get to know you. Anyway, have a good night. I hope you enjoyed this story or this message. Have a good night. Bye.